The next name I have on the list is Nancy, I believe it's Stewart? Sheward, okay.
My name is Nancy Sheward. I'm a resident of Macomb County, but I was born and raised in Huron County on a 100-plus-year-old farm where my mother still resides. In the farmhouse, it was passed down from generation to generation from my great-grandfather. My first question to you is to judge. Is this a done deal?
You're asking someone who doesn't know any more about this than you, ma'am. I'm sorry.
How many in the audience think it might be a done deal?
Good question.
I hope they're wrong. I truly do. But it appears it is a done deal because I think a lot of this is very one-sided. I've had a career in both teaching and investigation. I was a school teacher for a number of years, went into the investigation field. And I still get nervous talking. I plan, although I live in Macomb County, I would like to end my life in Huron County on my mom's farmland, as my brothers do. I've made some money during my career. I saved money. I want to bring money back to Huron County. But I can tell you right now, I will not. If there are wind turbines that are going to surround my mother's farm, I'll take my money to another state. If it has to be Florida, I'll take it to Florida. A lot of this is repetitious. I won't go into everything. I do have some questions. It seems to me people are signing up for turbines for the money. They have little idea what they are signing. They don't understand the contents or the language of the contract. I believe large developers are targeting poor communities, taking advantage of some of the people, especially the elderly, and that includes my mother, because my mother was approached 2 years ago by one of the big companies, and she was smart enough to think, I know my kids always told me, I need an attorney, I need an attorney. Well, she didn't sign. A lot of my relatives live up in Huron County, and they're wonderful people, and I know they have signed up for this lease. But I know for a fact, or I shouldn't say a fact, I retract that. I wouldn't be afraid to bet they don't know everything they signed in that contract. The people who are signing these contracts, I don't feel they understand the health issues and the dangers these turbines can cause. Or perhaps this is why there are certain no interference clauses in some contracts stating once signed, guess what? You can't talk, you can't interfere, you can't complain about health issues. Another question, and this has been brought up several times. Are you even considering the individuals who don't want a turbine, live next to a turbine, or want to sell their property? And that's already been talked about. And I agree that I don't feel the individuals who don't want a turbine 1,000 feet away have any voice in this at all. One gentleman did ask, who said 1,000 feet away? Why isn't it at least a mile away or 2 miles away as it is in other states and other countries? And I too have done research throughout the world on these turbines. I think I know the answer. Think of it. In my mother's hometown, there's farm after farm after farm. All beautiful farmhouses, a lot of them 100 years old. Well, if you put them a mile away, guess what? You might as well take it to another area of Michigan. That, I believe, my opinion, is why they're saying 1,000 feet away. And further, I believe someone at the BADX meeting, one of the commissioners, and at the August meeting, or said in the Daily Tribune up there, we may as well go elsewhere if we have to fight the 1,000 feet away. Don't quote me, but I think that's what I heard or read in the paper. And again, another question, how are the turbines helping to preserve the area's farmland? They're not. As everyone said, the rural lifestyle is going to be gone. But more importantly, I wonder if the people who sign these contracts are even aware of all the generators that may have to be put in, or the buried cable, which would ultimately interrupt with their farms, their crops, their vegetation. We are going to have an industrial wasteland in Huron County, but we have been called the dumping area before, and that goes back to the sludge in the 1970s and other things as well.
Ms. Sheward, I'm going to have Dave, you wrap it up if you could, please.
I've heard turbines will help tourism in Michigan. I live in Macomb County, I live in the city, I have a lot of friends with the automotive who go up to Kaysville, Port Austin, to the Thumb area to vacation with their families. If you think the people from the city are going to go back to Huron County with the turbines there, wrong. They will not. I'm a firm believer of renewable energy, but there's too many unknowns right now. We've got to do more studies of these turbines that they've done in other states and other countries. And this whole thing is splitting the people of Huron County up. Everyone used to be friends. They're not friends anymore. Thank you. And I do have a copy of a list of questions that I would like to leave for the commission, and I don't know who I'd leave it with.
You can leave it with me.
Okay. Now, I was told when I come in, I have a letter from a Huron County resident that could not be here today.
You can submit that as well.
They said I could read it. Only takes 2 minutes.
No, we'll take either oral comments by people that are here, or you can give it to me. It will have the same weight either way, ma'am.
Okay. All righty. Thank you.